Let's think about the security in a modern office building for a second. You've got key cards, cameras, alarm systems, but they're often from different companies and they barely speak to each other. So what if they could all work together as one intelligent brain? Well, that's the whole idea behind unified security. And today we're going to break it all down using the Australian experts Inner Range as our guide.
Yeah, securing a building these days is so much more than just locks and keys. It's this whole mix of access cards, motion sensors, video surveillance, intruder alarms, you name it. And the real challenge isn't just having all these things, it's getting them to actually work together.
So that brings up the big question, right? How do you really manage all of that? The access, the alarms, the video feeds, how do you do it efficiently? The hard part is getting all these separate systems, the ones that are stuck in their own little worlds, to finally communicate and act as one. And the answer isn't just throwing more cameras or stronger locks at the problem. No, it's about creating a single, intelligent ecosystem, a setup where every single component, from the front door card reader all the way to the server room, works in perfect sync. To really see how this works in the real world, we're going to take a look at Inner Range. They're an Australian company that has been specializing in building these highly integrated security platforms for over 3 decades now. And their reach is just massive. We're talking more than 150,000 systems installed. And that's all over the world. See, they've been manufacturing since 1988, and in that time, Inner Range has become a really trusted name for some of the most demanding places you can think of, like government facilities, hospitals, and huge corporations. But look, security is absolutely not a one-size-fits-all problem, and that's exactly why Inner Range offers 2 very distinct platforms, each one tailored for a totally different scale of operation. So on the left, you've got Inception. The easiest way to think of this is as the perfect all-in-one solution for a single location, like a school or maybe one office building. Then on the right, you have Integrity. Now this is the enterprise-level powerhouse. It's built for organizations that have to manage security across a ton of different sites, and it's designed to plug into hundreds of other building technologies. Okay, so how do these things actually work under the hood? Let's take a look at the anatomy of a smart system, starting small and then scaling our way up. All right, here's a look at the architecture for a single-site system like Inception. You see that main controller right there in the middle? Notice how everything from the door readers over on the left to the IP cameras on the right, it all connects back to that one central hub. And that central point, the controller, well, the simplest way to think of it is as the brain of the whole operation. It's constantly getting information, it's processing all the rules you've set, and it's making all the decisions, like, should this door unlock, or should that alarm go off? So if the controller is the brain, then all these other components, they're the senses. Things like door access modules, card readers, and other sensors are like the eyes and ears, constantly feeding information from the physical world back to the brain, telling it exactly what's happening and where. Now let's scale things up a bit and look at the Integrity architecture. See how it becomes way more modular? Instead of just one central controller, you can link multiple controllers and all sorts of specialized devices across a network. This is exactly how you secure an entire university campus, a hospital complex, or even a network of offices spread across the globe. Okay, so we've got the hardware, the brain, and the senses. But the true power of a unified system, the real magic, is unlocked by the software that brings it all together and lets it connect with all sorts of other technologies. This software interface basically acts as the system's consciousness. It gives security operators a single command center, a single pane of glass, letting them see live camera feeds, check door statuses, and manage alarms, all from one screen. No more jumping between 10 different programs to figure out what's going on. And this right here is where modern systems really start to blow your mind. Cameras are no longer just these passive recorders just sitting there. They're now active participants in your security, using built-in intelligence, we call it video analytics, to spot trouble all on their own. So what kind of stuff can they detect? Well, things like someone loitering in a restricted area, or a car going the wrong way down a one-way street, or even just counting the number of people who enter a building. The really crucial point here is the system can automatically flag these specific events, so a human operator doesn't have to be glued to every screen every single second of the day. A huge strength of a modern platform is its openness. You're not locked in to just one manufacturer's little world. Inner Range, for example, integrates with over 130 other technology partners. So what does that actually mean for you? It means an inner-range system can be that central hub that connects to the best-in-class technology from over 100 other manufacturers. So whether it's super advanced cameras from Axis, or biometric readers from HID, or wireless locks from SA Abloy, it's all about creating the best possible solution, not a closed one. So what really makes this whole unified approach stand out from the crowd? I mean, the technology is obviously impressive, but it's also backed by a business model that's really focused on long-term value. And honestly, this is a major differentiator in the security industry. InnerRange avoids locking its customers into those mandatory annual software fees. You actually own the system. On top of that, they back their hardware with a standard 3-year warranty, which just shows you it's a model built on flexibility and value that lasts. So let's bring this all the way back to our core concept. What is unified security? It's one platform where access control, alarms, and video surveillance stop being separate, isolated things and finally start communicating and acting together as a single intelligent entity. And that leaves us with one final thought. As our buildings in our cities get smarter and more connected, is this unified approach no longer just an option for high-security sites, but maybe the inevitable future for all of us? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for diving into this explainer with us.